Greetings and welcome to a Monday edition of the Shotgun Start. It is September 22nd. Andy, how we doing?
Brendan, I've had better Sunday mornings.
We're recording this early Sunday morning. No late golf. I guess there's Champs Tour, KFT golf, but we're going early. Why have you had better Sunday mornings than this Sunday morning?
Well, I'm getting ready for my Bears to play the Cowboys, a high-powered offense, and I'm wondering if both my football teams will get 60 hung on them this weekend.
Dak just going to go launch it. Well, if you're down the dumps, if you're not feeling well, seek out our friends at Optum. All Ryder Cup week is going to be presented by Optum. Rory McIlroy is an ambassador for Optum. Rory making news this weekend in a great interview with Ewan Murray in The Guardian. He's an ambassador for Optum, and that's a leading information and technology-enabled health services business dedicated to helping make the health system work better for everyone. They have 210,000 people worldwide. It delivers intelligent, integrated solutions that help to modernize the health system and improve overall population. Rory McIlroy, an ambassador for Optum. He's always doing, those ads during the players. He's doing like push-ups in the woods and going for a jog and everything like that. So they'll be getting us the Ryder Cup, helping with the week. We're pumped. He's a healthy guy. He is a healthy guy. So he's an Optum ambassador. Go to Optum.com to learn more. We'll be up there all week with them. Ryder Cup live shows coming to you. Not there yet. We are at home. You're in San Francisco area. I'm in the Maryland area. What happened last night? I don't know if we want to lead with football. Do we have
to talk about this right at the stop? I mean,
you brought it up. So
you asked how I was doing.
I've been in the U Sports Vortex. I was like late at night. I was in and out. I watched zero college football. I saw it was like 28-7. I'm like, well, maybe there's a chance. Where did it finish?
It's 61-10. 62-10, I think, maybe 62, maybe
63. No, not there. Bump a little more. 63-10. Illinois.
Thankfully, in retrospect, I was just cursing all day that I had to go to this school event.
What?
Where surely there were going to be no TVs on, right?
No.
And I was positive. I watched the first quarter. Headed off to the school event. Don't get good service at the school, so I couldn't even refresh score. When I finally got a blink of service, it was tough. I think it was 42-10 when I got service. Needless to say, as an Illinois fan, you're always skeptical. You always, no matter what other people are saying about your team, deep down, you feel
totally
a lot of anxiety, and you're expecting them to let you down. Here we are. They are who we thought they were. Now we got SC next week. My question is, if we win out,
I was going to ask you this.
If we win out, can we be in the playoff?
I think the 53-point massacre might make it null and void, but the way they do,
we would beat Ohio State.
Yeah,
if we
I guess
win
you're
out.
in. You're in. You got to face my Terps. I may come to Champaign with my Terps. They're woodshedding Wisconsin. We talked about this for 5 years ago. We've done this. How is Wisconsin a good program, but Illinois is not, right? With the population and the homegrown talent Illinois could have. And it's kind of flipped here. I know you just lost by 53 points, but Illinois, if Wisconsin's in shambles, and Illinois is at least in the top 25 or
are we still in the top 25?
I don't know.
There's no way.
You have been the last couple of years.
There's no way we could be a top 25
polls maybe
team
not out yet. We're recording early Sunday. I guess if you win out, you're in. I guess you're going to be 11-1. You win the Big Ten. I think you got to be in. I think that's fair. But has a team that's lost by 53 points ever won the national championship? Probably not. But
I'm just getting ready for the Outback Bowl. We're back.
Taking on Florida, who's 8-5 or something like that, and has an interim coach. Yeah. I felt bad for you. All I saw was the bomb down the middle. I was like, oh shit, this would be a great game. I was at that point. I think it was 7-7 or 10-7.
Yeah.
Wow, what a play! And
I
then
mean,
I didn't see it till this morning.
we started the game with like early in the game with a block punt touchdown for them. And it was like a bad sign. It's like immediately you're like, okay, we have to have like something really good happen to win. If they get a block punt touchdown,
right?
Like you're gonna have to turn somebody over,
right?
You're gonna have to have some crazy play of your own. It didn't go well. Nothing went well. Indiana's the worst. Besides Wisconsin, their fans are just horrendous. Besides Packer fans, they might be second in my book of worst
really.
fans.
I mean, I have no dog in this race. It does feel like they got their chest out a little too much. They've done nothing ever, and it's like almost they've become quite chesty in the last. Few years.
It's the same fans that tout their basketball program wins from 4 decades ago. So.
Yeah.
I'm in a similar situation as a Bears fan. And what I say is like, this is insane that the 85 Bears still carries weight. This franchise is a disaster. And meanwhile, Indiana basketball fans are still like, we're the best basketball program in the Big Ten, which is insane.
Yeah. I did see they do the 85 Bears thing on opening night. That was it Monday night. I was like, we're still doing this?
Well, it was 40-year anniversary.
All right, that's fine. You weren't even born, and you were not born.
No,
and this is
insane.
Your whole like point of reference for the football team that you love.
I would like to point out for the chesty Indiana fans, I'm just gonna rewind the tape. What happened this winter when you booed your home basketball team off the floor when Illinois played Indiana? So just a reminder, we're both basketball schools. Maybe you're a football school now that's 1-0, but we have 5 national championships in football.
That's true. Talk about many decades ago. I don't know. I don't know if you're based on your prior statements. You want to be throwing that out there, but I get you.
No, but just wait till our squad of Balkans takes you on in hoops this year. We're on to basketball season.
No, you weren't ready for it. Saturday night game. Maybe you get back on the horse. Give Ohio State a game. I wouldn't fold it up shop. It's fun having a competitive football team. We'll see.
We're on to basketball season.
All right.
It was college football playoff or bust for me.
You might get it still. They invite everybody. You play in one of the 2 conferences that just is demanding everyone get in from their conference. We'll see. I'm worried about your Bears. Worried about my Browns.
I've been throwing shots at a lot of fans.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that the Illinois fan base, the general Illinois fan base, is awful. I want to clarify that we have a lot of Cardinal fans in our fan base. Okay. We're a bad fan base. We're terrible online fans.
Because of it seems like you sort of also excused yourself because you said Cardinal fans. So you're talking about the southern region of Illinois fans as opposed to your region. So you're not totally taking ownership here, but partially.
We're terrible online fans.
Okay. All right.
Full stop. Illinois fans are bad fans.
Okay. All right. Speaking of, Packers fans are in Cleveland. I'm getting texts from
Chesty.
Jamie Weir, fans. Like fraudulent. He went to Whistling Straits once. He's in Cleveland now with Sean Zock for the Browns-Packers game. Browns might take it on.
I'm glad they can buddy up and.
Yeah. They asked me to come. I was like, nope, I'm good. I'll see you at the. I'm not going to Cleveland for this. My wife will kill me if I do 3 weekends away.
Who's the chestiest fans right now?
I think probably the Packers, deservedly so. I don't know how they couldn't.
Feels like you're a Packers fan between your newsletter segment.
Aaron Rodgers love.
I thought they were be really good.
Yeah, are you a closet Packers fan?
I mean, I am an owner.
Really?
Yeah.
How much? Like $5 or whatever?
One share. I got it for Christmas when I was like, 10 the last time they did it.
That's great. You know who's not chesty? And we'll get off football minute here. Clemson fans. Holy cow. Just absolute shambles. Congrats to you, PJ.
It's a big day. It's a
Syracuse just
great day. Great win.
Shattering Clemson down there.
Incredible.
I guess
I've had enough of my quarterbacks tearing their Achilles for my lifetime personally.
Good. Yeah.
We might not win another game all year because the backup sucks, but boy, am I going to revel in this one for a while. This one was real nice.
Congrats
real
to you.
Nice.
Weekend football recap. Let's get the golf weekend recap. French Open. I had
what a windfall.
8-year-old lacrosse at 8 a.m. But everyone, I came home, I've watched the highlights, I've talked the commentators, the European tweeters, the American tweeters, Lamagna were like, this was popping off. This was an incredible, I haven't had this much fun, watching European Tour golf in a while. Everybody said it was amazing. We had Brooksy essentially get in the mix. I think he birdied 4 of his first 8 holes. Tied for lead with 6 to play. You had this homegrown 457th in the world, Jun-Won Ko, kind of, and I watched the highlights. Guy never rolled it. Every putt he rolled in, he was like peacocking to the crowd. He'd turn and look the other way before the ball was in. Just this guy's 457th in the world. He's just smirking every time the putt before it's in the hole. A real showman, Jun-Won Ko, and with a chance to win, thinks he's made a birdie on 18 as the clubhouse lead. Doesn't, as Michael Kim comes over the top, hits makes a 20-foot par saving putt on 18 to clip him and Elvis Smiley, Ko and Elvis Smiley by 1 at the French Open. Michael Kim with the rare resume of a John Deere Classic and a French Open. I asked Justin Ray, has anyone ever done this? He said, no. I know. Somebody, I think it was Hogan, won the Tam O'Shanter, but and the French Open, but nobody's done. Or Nelson won the Tam O'Shanter.
Did you see who congratulated Michael Kim on Twitter?
No. Who?
Windy. Brian Windhorse.
Oh, I thought you meant Clark. I was like, is he tweeting?
Huge congrats to Michael Kim for his amazing win at the French Open. He's had such a journey and worked so hard to get here, and I'm so proud of him. He's also a big Lakers fan.
Why is Windy tweeting about this? In between Ballmer investigation stuff, he's tweeting about Michael Kim?
Well, my question, do you think LeBron getting into golf has made Windy say, I have to get into golf now?
I was going to say,
no.
Who is Windy's favorite golfer, LeBron James or Michael Kim? Open for interpretation.
I do think Windy...
This is breaking through the barrier to popular sports culture. The
LeBron is growing
Open,
the game. He's clearly growing the game.
Presented by French Open, presented by
Federal Express.
That's right.
FedEx.
That's right.
Yep. No points for that one, but
isn't it a sham that there's no FedEx Cup points that get awarded for the French Open presented by the FedEx?
It is weird. It is weird. Windy is I think a pretty close golf watcher, actually. Closet, reads a lot of media. I think he reads everything Dylan DeShare writes, if I remember that correct. He's might be into the game for a while now.
So is Windy a Laker fan now?
No. He's a Cavaliers fan. He's impartial at this point. He's one of the greatest beat writers of all time. Akron St. Vincent St. Mary product, Akron Beacon Journal. But I think if you had to choose, he grew up on the Cavs at the Richfield Coliseum. Price, Doherty, Nance, Elo. Yes.
It seems like he's a Laker fan now, based off that tweet, the verbiage of that tweet.
Why would he be? He's saying Michael Kim's a Lakers fan. He's adding an NBA element to the golf tweet. Congrats to Michael Kim. Yeah, it looked. I watched highlights. I'm not going to claim I watched this all morning. I had too much going on. Looked like an absolute dartboard. Just this tree-lined, parkland, wet, soggy course. Ball marks galore. But Michael Kim hasn't won since that 18 John Deere. Obviously played some great golf there in March on the Florida Swain, late West Coast Swain, and picks off a win in French Open. Koepka. Signs of life, PJ. Are you happy? Koepka's sort of been decrepit, wondering if it's all over.
Favorite athlete of all time.
It really is.
I'm disappointed that he didn't win, but a sign of life is good after missing, I think, five straight cuts. This is positive. If he won, it could have been the Ryder Cup snub. Boom.
Discourse.
Would have been great. But trending.
Is it
Yeah.
me or is nobody talking about what is probably like one of the bigger stories? Where's Brooks Koepka playing golf next year?
Is it next year?
I thought it expired after next year.
After next year. I thought it was this year.
I feel like we would be hearing more about it. I think it's next year. Next year.
Next year. That makes sense then why.
I could be
people-
wrong. But it is. I mean, think about this guy who's like, I play the majors and the majors only.
Through the 2026 season.
Okay. And he's playing this, I don't know, random DP World Tour event during Ryder Cup week, essentially. And he's playing the, Irish Open. I think he didn't play. He played the Wentworth. He's just bouncing around. So good to see signs of life. He has been missing cuts even in these lower level DP World Tour events.
Chipinski too.
Minwoo, yeah, you're right. He was in it again.
Those two were the final group. I mean, I don't know what you want to take away from that, but
I mean, I don't want to take a pop at the European Tour. Does it say anything that Michael Kim hasn't won in 5 years and Koepka has been a mess and Minwoo is, very inconsistent and they all go over there and just immediately alpha all over the DP World Tour? Is that further evidence, or am I being unfair based on a 1 week snapshot? Is that further evidence that it's sort of it's minor leagues these days?
I think it's very clear it's minor leagues. They subordinated they've themselves told people they're a feeder tour.
I don't know if they said it out loud, but yeah.
Well, they did with what they decided to make the deal that you
10
get
cards.
10 cards. Your best 10 players go to the PGA Tour.
That's fair.
That is declaring yourself a feeder tour.
It's a declaration. I think you're right. I mean, everybody's got to be at Bethpage at this point. All their social media, staff, and executives. I mean, nobody's in France. But congrats to Michael Kim, PGA Tour stalwart.
Here's something for Rolap to explore. Here's just a random idea. Also, PJ, I want your five favorite athletes of all time. Since Brooks is number one and Aaron Rodgers is in there, I'd like to know the other three. But what if, is there a world where the PGA Tour and the European Tour could just merge? You prop up the Korn Ferry Tour, less exempt players, and then it's like a worldwide calendar where you have your American slate, you have like your PGA Tour slate. This time of year, it just kicks to the European Tour. The Korn Ferry Tour is elevated onto like, and this becomes like the fall slate is like the Open, the French Open.
Yeah.
Instead of Butterfield, Bermuda.
I mean,
if
clearly,
we're being like,
there's too many events on where, when you throw them all in the same hat. Yeah, I don't think the PGA Tour has to. What's the concession? Are they making any kind of concession there?
No, they don't. Like, at this point, why don't you just absorb the European Tour and then from there you have all the players and you're able to create like a really nice up and down system between Korn Ferry, European Tour, and you could create a cohesive schedule where, these big worldwide events, the points all relate. So Michael Kim goes over and wins the French Open. It gives him some sort of like bump in his standing on the PGA Tour, which right now it doesn't. You could get rid of a lot of events that just flat out stink because you would have better replacements. You could build breaks into the PGA Tour calendar where maybe the PGA Tour is just elevated events, but you've now elevated like the DP or the European Tour or whatever you want to call it, and the Korn Ferry Tour come into those breaks, and that's how everything works.
I think it's I think we do need some sort of consolidation and unification here. And maybe it's like F1 and F2, this is F2 or something like that. And I do think the fall is the like you're talking about coffee golf. That was
great.
Generally good before football, right?
Yeah.
And, then the winter you can go to Australia and play prime time or something like that. I do think it makes sense at this point. It's just, Is it? It's a distressed asset, right?
Yeah, it is. The other aspect of it is the DP World Tour schedule is really way more conducive for winter golf than the PGA Tour schedule is. And maybe the PGA Tour doesn't kick off. Like, it seems like Hawaii is going to be a big question. Like, is golf in Hawaii going to be a long-term thing? What if the PGA Tour just kicked off at like Pebble Beach? And that was the start of the PGA Tour calendar. Again, it's just these signature events, and everything else gets rebranded as like almost like challenge events that earn spots up.
Yeah, I think there's some sort of legacy and lineage folks that are just going to have, like, it's a hard pill to swallow, but because it's codifying it officially, like, but I think they've already kind of gotten there.
Officially codified.
I know. You have Laurent the Ball tweeting about, like, no, we're still a tour, or, Westy and Polt would be offended by that. Meanwhile, they've, moved to Florida and all that stuff. I also think they screwed up. They should have done the live, like, if you wanted the DP, if you wanted the European Tour to be a fixture, they could have taken the live deal and they could have been a real competitor to the PGA Tour if you wanted that. Yeah. No, that was a Pelly sort of fork in the road way back.
And just a guy Kinnings.
Scott. Just a guy killing. Not Scott. What's the guy's name? Keith Pelly. God. I could only pull out Scott there. Didn't even remember Keith.
It's good he's out of the game for you.
It is good. French Open. Nice little event. Nice little Sunday morning coffee golf.
Who are your top 5 athletes?
We're really doing this right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say Brooks. Aaron
Brooks
Rodgers.
is number 1.
Brooks is number 1.
Why?
Oh, God.
Because he's the man. I don't know. Like, it was like right when I was like really getting into golf sicko, then going to Shinnecock, going to Bethpage, winning both of them. I like somebody with actually like a little bit of an attitude in the press conferences. A little bit of a mental fortitude. I appreciated that as an impressionable youth. So
you like people jamming journalists?
As a capital J journalist myself, I Brooks is good fodder. Brooks gets the people going.
He does.
What else do you have after Rodgers and Koepka?
Aaron Rodgers, Jacob deGrom, obviously greatest Met in franchise history. Jets representation, I'll go probably Curtis Martin. Love
Curtis Martin.
Love Curtis.
Chris Berman. Curtis, my favorite Martin.
Man, this is slim pickings, dude.
Love Curtis. Oh, don't do that to Curtis. Curtis is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I understand. Okay, go ahead. What else?
Come on, what are you going to hit me with from the Browns? Like Nick Chubb? Come on. No. It's Curtis Martin.
Bernie
first ballot Hall of Famer.
Come on. All right, who else?
And then I'll go Rangers. Ryan Callahan. Ryan Callahan's the man. Former captain, current ESPN broadcaster, talking head, Olympian.
Was he the captain of the USA Olympic team?
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was the captain. I think he was an alternate.
You've kind of been born in a pretty like fallow, dry era for the New York teams, which are of
that's not two giants, two giants, which I don't care about, and one Yankees. But literally, I mean,
not a lot happening. Okay.
I'm surprised Latrell Sprewell wasn't on your list.
I was too young for Spree. If I would go like
Allen Houston.
Little too young for Allen Houston. I remember Allen Houston more than I remember Spree. Mello is always a good one. Amari. I liked Amari more than
Chris
Mello.
Stops.
Mello might be at Ryder Cup. We're trying to get lunch with the boys.
Cup.
We're trying to get lunch with the boys with Mello. Imagine PJ.
That would be big.
We're working on lunch with the boys, Gus, right now. If you know anybody that wants to be on lunch with the boys, Send us
Also,
an email.
Just a good ad here. If you see us on the grounds, I have lots of koozies and buttons and stickers to give away. I'm worried about how we're going to get rid of those. So, I got a lot, so I'll be carrying them. I'll be stocked
be careful.
up.
They might flag you and take you off, escort you off the premises. Nobody could be giving out merchandise.
PR people, we will also hawk whatever garbage you're trying to sell to on Lunch with the Boys. If you have a celebrity, he's just gonna have to indulge favorite fruit questions. But Lunch with the Boys available this
Open
week.
for business.
All right. You talked about getting on property thrown off. You were there. You did a little Saturday excursion to the merch tent. PJ, any notes from your I can't believe you're already going to Bethpage. It's so far away. I don't even know how they fill the days. You're even going Saturday.
It's not far from PJ though.
I know, but I'm just saying it's just there's literally nothing happening on those grounds until 7 a.m. Friday, but they make it seem like there is. What was Saturday?
Do I not need to go tomorrow? Because I was planning on going tomorrow.
You got plenty of scuttlebutt, right? No sign. The warning sign is gone.
The warning sign is gone because of the utter woke nonsense of the new first tee. So they're not teeing off from the actual tee box. So they have moved the sign. I presume the sign is in the new Coliseum. I don't know. I couldn't tell from my vantage point, but the sign where the sign usually is gone.
It was on the side. I was watching Notre Dame NBC, and they did a Ryder Cup promo. Jason Garrett, who I don't think he's playing with a full deck cards, was he literally was that is he'd never seen it before. He was just incredulous. That's the greatest sign I think I've ever seen in my life. That's what he said, word for word, as if he had sign rankings or something. Never seen it. I was just flipping through Notre Dame game, and the Hicks was doing a promo. He's he was chuckling to himself. That's the greatest sign I've ever seen in my life.
Get JG on Lunch with the Boys. There's a lot to unpack there. That'd be great.
That'd be great. What else you got from your Saturday excursion?
Merch tent.
I wonder if we could get Faldo on Lunch with the Boys.
I mean, that would be a great visual. I would look like a
Faldo's a big
toddler.
boy. Yeah. He's got some shoulders on him.
That would be great. The merch tent is ginormous, as you could probably expect. I think it's the biggest in the history of golf. They were advertising just incessant amounts of dubstep, absolutely just hitting you over the head.
What's the cultural reference point of that with this week?
There isn't one.
I hope none.
Do these DJs in these merch tents now, and they just hammer you.
Even at 10:30 on a Saturday morning, just
really
hammering dubstep. But it's a pretty big build out. I mean, they have a ton of stuff in the fan village area, and then I meandered my way over to the first tee, went in the first grandstand. They were doing some training for volunteers. Got to hear what our wonderful marshals are being instructed to do this week. Had a great morning. They were playing the Syracuse game. It was right at noon, so they were playing the Syracuse game on all the video board screens. So I got to watch the first half of the first quarter on the giant video screens on the range at Bethpage. It's kind of a hilarious visual.
Lovely.
But they're ready to go, but no sign. If you're interested in taking a picture with the sign, I have bad news for you because it's not publicly accessible.
Jason Garrett.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do it for my Instagram influencing. I wanted a picture with the sign and put it up and put new profile pic.
I'm here
for the week.
Office for the week. Office for the week.
You can stand right next to just a blank fence now if you're into that.
Should we take influencer pics all week and post a carousel of them at some point?
Obviously. I mean, I'm using an influencer mic right now. We could take influencer pics all week. Instagram's going to be popping. Return of storyline graphics, I heard. We're back. I mean,
we should get them. We got to start cooking them up for our preview show.
We're going to cook on that. You let me know.
The preview show is going to be Wednesday.
Yes, good call.
Wednesday night live.
Yes, live. We'll call
at some time
7-ish, somewhere in there. We don't know.
Somewhere in the 7-8 area.
So we got to check our wires.
There will be Wednesday morning episode. We're going to wait to see more, hear more, and do it later Wednesday. And you don't need anything. Golf doesn't start till Friday morning.
Wednesday afternoon, right?
Dinner-ish time.
I would call it more night than afternoon.
We'll see. We'll consult, but later.
How do you guys feel about going to a Chicago-style pizza place for dinner on Tuesday night.
Uno?
No, my buddy's place, Emmett's in Manhattan.
We can do that. We're going to get some.
Right.
Yes, we can do that. I'm into that.
We can do that?
idea. We'll get some
All
good
right,
Italian.
I'm going to lock in the reservation.
People
I just
want
wanted
videos.
to make sure.
God.
Oh, well, now people are going to, everyone's going to show up there.
Well,
like
they got
Taylor
a couple
Swift's
locations.
coming.
They're
No,
going to
I'm
have to
kidding.
guess
I'm
what
kidding.
time
I'm
and
joking.
where we're
I'm
going to be.
You gotta. Can you like double check the travel on this from where we are going to be versus how far we have to go?
I don't know anything.
I know. So that's
I'm
what
New
I'm
York
worried about.
illiterate. So I'm going to rely on you. You're our logistics guy. You're going to get us there.
I think we all need. Yeah. All right. We'll talk about this later. We're in Brooklyn the first few days. I think we should all lean into some Brooklyn stereotypes for our first couple. Just be a hipster. Somebody could be like a 1990s rap appreciator.
You want? Well, hold on. You want to take real influencer pics? We can do Brooklyn real influencer pics.
All right. We're gonna do
Where
that.
do we have to go?
Yeah, it's got to go to like Dumbo,
to the Nets Stadium.
Yeah. Well,
because that's where all the Brooklyn people hang out in the winter.
Yeah, it's you can only see. I don't even know who's on their team anymore. They had 4 first-round picks.
They got Michael Porter Jr.
I forgot they
Michael
Porter.
It's quite the personality.
#1 podcaster in basketball.
Let's finish the results. LPGA 0 results. Canceled.
Unique outcome. Count it.
It is a unique outcome. The repeat winners continue. Allison Lee had your 18-hole lead. This is from the LPGA.
She hasn't won this year, right?
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm not sure. I don't think so. The Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by Procter & Gamble. Course received 3.25 inches of rain last night after having assessed the golf course and consulted with our meteorologist and superintendent. The golf course is unplayable. Based on the weather forecast, the remainder of Sunday, all day Monday, and Tuesday, it is highly unlikely that 36 holes could be completed to make it an official event. They canceled it, called it 18 holes, 18-hole score counting, but not an official event. No CME points. They are very grateful to Walmart and Procter & Gamble for their continued support. I don't know what they're supposed to do. People are like, oh, LPGA's unserious. This is bogus. What are they supposed to do? They got a lot of rain. It looks like it's going to rain a lot more the next couple days. It's a crappy break for Stacey Lewis, who like came of age at this tournament at her home area and was retiring and played. And like, that's just sort of a bummer. Maybe she comes back and plays, does its summer haze thing, and shows up next year in the Northwest Arkansas.
She's not done. No,
you don't think so?
Retirements don't exist in golf.
That's fair.
Any golf. No,
okay. Well,
nobody retires in golf. Golf architects never retire. Yep. Golfers never retire.
What about podcasters?
It just doesn't exist.
Podcasters are going to retire. When we're done podcast, we're out. We'll see you.
Who knows when we're going to retire?
Well, it's our good friends at Optum this week. Maybe Mercedes next. Who knows? We're getting there. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to retire someday. 4 kids. I don't think I'm ever retiring. So. No. LPGA canceled. Corn Ferry Tour ongoing at the moment.
Real quick on the LPGA. People are literally screaming about this.
What?
People are
some
upset.
people are like, this is not serious. Like, you guys are a joke. I mean, people are like,
when it rains a lot, they cancel baseball games.
Yeah.
It's an outdoor sport.
A forecast
this is
looks
part of
miserable.
being an outdoor sport.
Yeah. What are they supposed to do?
I'll tell you one thing. Show me you don't know ball is complaining about golf tournament being canceled because of weather.
I mean, it sucks. It's a bummer. It's kind of a mess, but yeah, it's no one like is dropped the ball. Nationwide,
pack it up and move on to next week.
Yes.
You know what's crazy? The sponsors on that event,
Procter and Gamble and Walmart.
P&G.
Seems like
literally like 2 of the biggest corporations in the world.
Why are both doing like what? Isn't it one or the other? Like, why would spread that around a little bit if they can? But it did seem like they're going to cut everyone a check. Even though there's no purse payout really. So
participation generation.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a participation award this week.
There you go. Columbus Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship on the KFT. This is still too early as we talk. John Vanderlaan is your leader at the minute. Bio Kim, wasn't he the guy who did the bird, flipped the bird and got suspended on the Korean? PJ Bio Kim is top 4 at the minute.
I think it's Bio.
Bio Kim. is top 4 at the minute. As we record this, I have no other results to discuss.
Humorous thing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things on social media right now is influencers hyping up the Ohio State Scarlet course as a Mackenzie design. There's no Mackenzie.
Who's doing that?
It's like my favorite thing. I go on, then I just open up the comments.
Like, this is not a Mackenzie.
Just over and over again.
You won't believe what Ohio State students could pay to play a Mackenzie course. Like, and that's how it's framed, right?
Yeah, my favorite thing on Instagram right now is people trying to be golf course influencers that haven't visited said golf courses.
Feels like you have someone specific in mind on that, but I don't know. I feels like that does happen frequently, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just talked about the French Open course, saying it looked like a dartboard, tree lined. I've never been there, so maybe you could cast me in that lot. Senior Tour, is there anything there, PJ?
Your design disasters. Is that?
Did some on-site research that.
You guys jumped into the influencer world. You are an influencer. You're playing golf on Instagram.
Well, I mean, if you go by what a German newspaper says, Brendan's been an influencer since early March.
That is true. German newspaper, front page German newspaper called me. Yeah, they did refer to me as an influencer.
God, that article was incredible. They reached out to the architect. I was not on drugs when I designed that.
Allegations being thrown.
Check out that Design Disasters Instagram page. Anything Champs Tour, PJ, we need to be aware of? Early Sunday still? No.
I mean, Stephen Alker's T1 right now. Stephen Alker, the reason why they're getting rid of Q School and want to contract this even more because the PGA Tour players need their retirement packages, and Stephen Alker, who never played on the PGA Tour, is just cleaning up. So I personally find that pretty funny. So if you're rooting for Alker boy, you're in a good spot right now with Mike Weir at the top of the board.
Real quick, Corn Ferry Tour cleanup.
Yep.
Justin Suh is lurking at Nationwide.
Yep.
He's projected 22nd in points. Obviously, top 20 get in. If Suh gets it done, is he our new 4A guy? Is he replacing Jaeger as our 4A specialist?
God, I mean, I had such high. I don't know. He seems like too big a prospect to be 4A. Like Saw is like gonna. He's coming in.
We've seen this happen in baseball all the time, right, PJ?
Know. True.
Big prospect just can't crack the egg in the big leagues.
True. That just feels like too touted. There's a 5-star. Can you be a 4A guy if you were a 5-star? Maybe.
You look at any team's farm system over the years. There's tons of examples of that. Cubs fans, I would point to Josh Vitters, who just never made it.
Billy Tom Sargent was your leader. BT Sargent Slaughter was up there for much of. Everyone was sending us notes about Billy Tom.
Wait, on the Champs Tour?
You can't pick a name. No, he's nationwide. He was leading for much of the weekend and much of the first 36 holes of Columbus. We got so many messages about Billy Tom. He can't decide what first name he wants to be. And he was leading.
I can't even shot find 75. Him on the board. Oh, here
75 on Saturday, so he tumbled a little bit.
I want to know more about Billy Tom.
Well, he's been a fixture on this podcast in the past. News, not a lot of news, quite honestly. Everybody's just sort of biding their time for Bethpage, but we did get a Ewan Murray banger drop in The Guardian. He had a little interview, a little Q&A with Rory McIlroy. Looked like it took place at Eastlake. Probably when Rory was done with humidity and PGA Tour playoff golf. He sat down with Ewan for The Guardian. Quotes got aggregated to the hilt. Go read Ewan. Proper journalist, I think is what we'd call him. Irish he's Scottish, I believe. I don't want to. God, that's bad. Almost a mistake. I'll talk to him this weekend and apologize.
Yeah,
good bloke.
Shit this weekend.
He had yeah, we'd like to give each other shit. He'll be go to The Guardian, read the full article, but some quotes from it. Rory says, "I am maybe more confident than I was when he declared in Rome, we're going to Bethpage and we're going to win. I'm maybe more confident than I was then. I said it in the euphoria of winning the Ryder Cup, but I think with everything that's happened since, the way our team is shaping up, Luke agreeing to be captain, the continuity, the form, I'm more confident than I've ever been, or I was certainly in 2023. Getting a lot of reports of that Rory very confident, as confident as one could be going into a away Ryder Cup. So he's pumped and ready to lock in on confrontation in New York. And speaking about, some of the dust-ups in Hazeltine 8 years ago, 9 years ago now, it is not planned. It is not as if this is premeditated, but I think it's inevitable. Something is going to happen in New York. It might not involve me, but it is inevitable that something will happen, whether like in Rome last time.
He's manifesting this.
Or something else, whether it's Rome or something else. I just think when you go into that environment and you are there for 5 or 6 days and the crowd are on you for 8 hours, so many days in a row, it is inevitable that it will get to someone or get to us as a group at some point. We're just going to have to do a really good job managing that, having each other's backs and protecting each other. That's, I don't know if it's chumming the waters, but he's just laying it out. Something's going to happen.
Who said we needed protection?
No protection for the players. Charlie Hoffman. Yeah. Yep. I would say Rory sort of laid the groundwork for something inevitable, some little dust up when he said Bryson, the only way he gets attention is mentioning other people. That is basically what I think of that. To get attention, he will mention me or Scotty or others. And this was in response to Bryson saying he planned to chirp Rory or chirp in his ear, which I don't even know what that means. Like, what does that mean? Like a quick little barb on the range? Like I'd say
we could go ask him. We could go ask him this week. Actually, I read my media regulations bylaws, and they said do not engage with players. You cannot.
What?
You cannot be the person that starts the engagement with a player.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna. I checked the box. I agree to the regulations.
I agree to the regulations too. So I cannot engage with any players as a media member this week. They have to come engage with me.
Oh my God. That's
at all times. I need to be within an arm length.
Yeah, they're intense about that stuff. Yeah, right. Happening. Yeah, Bryson. I don't know. I would disagree with Rory on this note that the only way he gets attention is by mentioning other people. I would say Bryson's very good at getting attention for himself. I wouldn't say it's always in the most genuine ways, or could be, taking a swing off his knees or trying to chip ping pong balls up to the veranda. But yeah, I think Rory has a point here. Whatever it is, the walkway cross. It looked like
what's
a bridge.
An indoor walkway?
Looked like
in
a bridge.
A house.
It's just a bridge.
I've never had one of these, so
I think Bryson's very adept at getting attention, but I do agree with Rory that one way is he does talk about other people. But yeah, that does seem to be a thing he goes to. That said, a lot of people breathless reaction to this. A lot of people are like, oh, it's about to go down. Rory's saying stuff's inevitable. He's also calling out Bryson. Hype? Does this have you more excited, less excited, or the same?
I mean, I don't know who you most want Rory to play singles against, right?
Cantlay.
Is it Cantlay or Bryson? I think Bryson's probably the better one just because it's been more culturally relevant this year with the majors and last year. And, it's a way to add on to the legacy. There's no love lost between those two, as you can see from these quotes. As PJ and I found out from a walk with Bryson, there might not be any love going the other direction. So,
yeah, I think that
it's fun. It's fun for golf to have rivalries and have them actually be playing out in major championships. Kind of. Pinch yourself. Like, Scotty's just too nice. Everybody's just like, oh, he's just such a good guy that he's not going to have any rivals, right? He might be A, too good, and B, too nice of a guy.
I don't think they were into what Bryson was putting down at that showdown thing when it was tour versus live.
No.
I think both Scotty and Rory as the tour group, tour to some... I kind of had enough of Bryson that week, from what I understand. I think he was pestering him to come on his YouTube channel. This guy's like, "I'm good, man. Stop sign." But yeah, I don't know. I think they were.
How about Bryson getting Steph Curry to do a breaking 50?
Kevin Hart, Steph Curry. Where was Steph? He's doing one with Steph Curry. Not out yet. He's done Trump. Steph Curry. He's doing.
Steph Curry will be at Lake Merced.
Okay, look at
little
that.
News break there.
There you go.
Little news break there.
Steph Curry.
See where it gets aggregated.
Probably no. But yeah, Kevin Hart's doing one. I mean, is this last time around? Bryson was training for the long drive. He's like, I can't feel my hands. I'm just trying to hit 230 mile an hour ball speed or something ridiculous. Now he's just going around the country doing break 50 to prepare for the Ryder Cup. Concerns? No.
I think that's like a legitimately good strategy to be a good pro, is just do crazy things trying to shoot crazy low scores. I think that's I think like one of the best things you could do if you're a young golfer is play the forward tees and try and shoot as low as you can.
Go nuclear.
And it's a great way to get used to being under par. A great way to get used to like trying to shoot low scores. Yeah. And it's a great way to also develop like your short game.
Yeah, it's certainly much better than like his hands and his swing, like going raw from training for long drive and then flying straight from Whistling Straits to long drive, like right as before the Cup's even won. Yeah, a little different. Last Rory quote I just want to add. I've realized they asked about postmasters and people want me to do a calendar slam. I was like, let me just enjoy this. I have realized over the past few years that when all is said and done, people aren't going to remember how much money I won. What are they going to remember is how many majors I won. So getting up for those, not a concern at all. It's the week in, week out stuff that I have found a bit of a struggle at times. The majors and the Ryder Cup are the 5 things in golf that at this point really matter to me. Welcome aboard, Brian Rolap, your most popular player. No, the Prince of Ponte Vedra, no more. The majors and Ryder Cup are the 5 things in golf that at this point really matter to me. I think the players matters to him. I think it does. But yeah, this was probably the grind.
Eastlake matters to him. I love that he said this at Eastlake.
I think it matters to him that he's won 3, right? I think that's notable.
During the Super Bowl, he just tees off on the tour. That's the best part about the whole quote, is this happened likely inside the compound at the Super Bowl of the PGA Tour. That's the best part about the whole quote is where it happened.
Abdicated the throne.
The whole context of it is while he's supposed to be playing the most important, the players or the FedEx Cup finale are the most important events of the tour. He basically just dropping about, this event does not matter.
I think he doesn't. I think it matters. I just don't think, like he said, he doesn't like. It's hard to get up for him. But I think at the end of this year, he's pretty happy he won a Pebble Beach. He's pretty happy he won an Irish Open. But yes, I think he's talking about going into it. It's like I mean, sometimes
I think
there's
he's
just not
talking about
like those.
It's pretty hard to get up for the travelers.
Well, I think he just done 4 rounds at Caves Valley and was about to do 4 at Eastlake or in the middle of doing some at Eastlake. He's probably like, this shit sucks. I don't know. I'm just putting words in his mouth there, I guess. But
after he skipped Memphis and probably contemplated skipping Caves Valley.
That's but majors in the Ryder Cup are what I care about. That's a good one. He talked about, it's my time in the sun now and whatever. This is when I got to go. That's your news. Rory, calling out Bryson a little bit, ready for inevitable confrontation, contretemps. Should we do a little Q&A? We throw out some mailbag questions.
We didn't think we were going to get to 50 minutes here.
We can't jam people like that.
No, we got to do a couple if we put it out there.
Well, I was just going to suggest we could do a whole separate episode.
Do you want to do that? What are we at? What minute are we at? 50 minutes? Yeah. We talked about Illinois, PJ's favorite athletes, the Nets. We went all over the place. All right.
BK.
That's
influencer. Good. Well, let's do a couple. I got them all prepped here.
We could do a separate episode if you want before we get to Wednesday night. You want to wait for questions to come in here throughout the day?
I don't know when I'm going to record this. Is the other question.
All right. Let's do 2 right now.
What?
Let's do 2. Let's do 2.
We could save some for Wednesday too. We can
record something Tuesday when I'm fresh off a red eye and feeling great.
Chippy. Yep.
Live from Brooklyn.
Pick a
All right. Here's a question from MV41.
Okay.
Best U.S. mule who'd never come close to qualifying, but would be a great Ryder Cup player.
James Hahn. He would piss the other guys off so much. He'd be doing Gangnam Style when he drops a 20-footer on you, getting the fans riled up. We go with James Hahn. King Mule. PJ, you have an answer?
I don't know if I have an answer.
He's so deluded. He's saying Roll-Up could call me. Guy would be great.
That would be. I feel like he would step up. He would want the ball, which I think
what he could do with the
needed.
ball, separate question. But
no,
he'd
but
want
I think we want. I think we want guys that want the ball. He would want the ball. He would want to prove. Does getting a spot on a Ryder Cup team get you sponsor exemptions into signature events next year? It might. So I feel like he would want the ball. How do you turn down a guy that could go out and beat a Ryder Cupper in singles on Sunday? So I think that's a good option. I think Hoagie's too good to be a mule, but I do want to see Hoagie on a Ryder Cup team eventually.
Yeah, rolling the dice. High stakes player.
Do you have a mule, Andy?
I'm going to go with Patrick Waugh's kid, Kevin Waugh.
What a random
We saw
ass
Patrick
poll.
Waugh orchestrate one of the greatest playoff runs, high stakes runs in my lifetime as a goalie in the NHL.
Yeah,
and I just wonder what Kevin could do in such a high stakes event as the Ryder Cup.
Well, I mean, the real answer is Brian Campbell is undefeated in match play situations.
That's right.
So what match play?
The playoffs.
Pot guider and
two playoffs.
All right, that's okay. What's another question?
I mean, Toasty if he was American would be. Toasty would be the answer if he was American.
I mean, I think Toasty's in the penalty box right now. From what I understand.
They also jammed Toasty. It's very similar to the when they want to make an example of someone, they know how to hit them like right when you don't want to get popped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like they suspended Toasty right when he had a chance to keep his card.
Yeah.
Basically just like, nope, you're going back to the minors.
Might have been a well-earned visit to the sin bin, but who knows? What other questions we got?
Seems like it was a well-earned suspension.
What else we got? We have another question.
I forgot I had all the questions.
We could do such a good pod on this.
You
are. Maybe we'll do a Monday, Tuesday something pod. We'll see. What else you got? One more.
Here's a good one. This is timely with news.
Okay.
Should any player that used to play on the PGA Tour be allowed to play in a member guest? Side note, I was also in that member guest this weekend from our friend Amal.
Who was in a member? Yeah.
Filet,
who was it?
Brendan DeYoung played as a +1.
I love this.
In a member guest and made like I gotta find it, something like 27 birdies.
I saw that. Yeah, I did see this. Now that like in 5 9-hole matches, I assume it was. And yeah. I don't think it was 27 birdies. It was like 18.
It was 21.
Birdies.
It was in the 20s.
You mess with. I love that. I love Filet.
I gotta find. I'm having trouble
rumbling all over these fellas. So what's the question? If you were on the tour, are you allowed
they be allowed to play? I got something to follow up on this.
Yes.
Is this like your AM
reinstatement?
No,
him playing as a +1 is ridiculous.
Well, that is a bit ridiculous.
That feels low.
But who knows what Filet's been up to? He's a colleague of ours. He's a content creator. He's a radio guy.
He's also an Airbnb host.
No, was that Filet?
Yeah, in Virginia.
17 birdies.
He's got that like farm or something.
Yeah.
He rents out.
17 birdies and 45 holes.
Okay. All right. +1 is a bit of a stretch in this situation, but you're allowed to play, I think. Fine. He's one of the boys. He's probably out there having a cocktail, just going ham at the dinner, loving it. He's just he's additive. He's someone you want to bring culture to your member guest. Now, the handicap might be a little different.
There's some event in Carolina, in Charlotte, where like all the big clubs in Charlotte have like this inner club
Yeah.
And Quail, it's like a scratch players thing. And
Oh,
Quail
God.
rolled out as their A team, Webb Simpson and and Mackenzie used.
What?
Apparently they just dominated the event.
That's bogus.
And then their B team had Johnson Wagner on it.
God.
So all these other Charlotte clubs
Hughes
are
was
going
winning,
up against
was winning a
bona
PGA
fide-
Tour event last week.
Yes. So like these just regular guys in Charlotte Country Club,
Good players.
so good.
Good players at their
That's
country
so
club.
good.
Yes.
are just going up against like Quail Hollow just brings out the tour players.
I mean, it sounds like a youth sports deal where, like, you bring up, like, my kid was in a CYO soccer game for fun. They had some kid from MLS Next playing, just like dancing all over around these kids. That's ridiculous.
I don't know if this is a good comp, but it'd be like, hey, let's race some cars. Let's race our cars. Everybody's bringing out their like nice BMWs. And then Quail Hollow just rolls out some F1 cars.
Yeah. Like, they put like $5 million worth of work and machinery into it. And just like, all right. God.
So apparently
that's
the
crazy.
Quail Hollow just absolutely ran away with the event.
I mean, I would create a little bit of resentment if I was, in the Charlotte area at another place. It's kind of, I don't know, whatever. But they're members. I guess it's by the rule. Anything else we want to throw out here?
Let's,
One more.
I'm keeping you guys from your Browns and your
Red Zone
your
just
Jets.
kicked off. I don't care. When's the Bears? Is it 4:00 one?
Yeah, thank
Okay.
God we
All right.
we need to be in.
I think the Bears win today. I don't think you want to
He
hear
was-
that, but I do think the Bears win.
Before
today.
you got on, he was very grim prognosis. You think that, PJ? huh?
I do. The Cowboys are really not good.
Andy,
I got a
what was your
newsflash. The Bears are not good.
Just
right
get in
now.
a shootout. This should be the best game that Caleb ever plays. He should throw for 300 yards.
Well, when people listen to this, they will probably
They'll
have
know.
They'll
Yeah.
have a verdict on.
You'll
whether-
know.
I just want to know if any of our draft picks are going to play today.
Well, that's a different question.
Because I'm seeing other high draft picks make huge impacts. All right, let's keep going here. We might as well. Maybe we could just chop this into two parts.
Are we just going to keep going the whole way?
I don't know. I don't know if that'd be smart for
We're
my,
out of
with
we're
my
out of
wife.
gas. Yeah, let's go.
We can
All right,
save
who's
some. We can do them in transit as we go from Brooklyn to Manhattan and bounce around. Whatever. We could just have them throughout the week. They don't have
Okay.
to. They don't have to use them all at once.
All right, last one. All right, which
I've got
American
several.
player is most likely to wear jeans on the flight over from Barry Watt?
What aren't they just taking their own individual flights from
Yeah.
Florida and Southern California or wherever?
So which one's gassing up their PJ and wearing jeans on the flight?
Xander Schauffele.
I'm saying Patrick Cantlay in like black denim jeans, like not blue, like
And a
black
button
denim
down.
jeans with yes, tucked in tight black denim jeans. Patrick Cantlay. That's my guess.
I think Xander, new dad mode, just throwing on jeans, coming across the country.
I think Xander. I don't know if I'd be playing Xander much.
I when you talk about, I mean, we'll get into this, but when you talk about biggest liabilities, I think Xander has the potential to be number one.
More college AT. It's an interesting dynamic.
I think it's those three for
Going
sure.
around with
However
some
you want to order them.
quote unquote like blue blood American players and top. Yeah, it's interesting. We'll have a lot of time to talk about this over the next.
I'm gonna pick JJ Spawn.
As well. Oh, to wear jeans.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Cali cool. He's in skater clothes. He just came off the skate
jeans.
park.
He's going to be in jeans
Oh,
and
I don't know
airwalks
about
or
that.
something.
Yeah,
just
that's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
flight.
No.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
I
Good
could
call.
see Scotty in some like 20-year-old Wranglers too.
I think Scotty's just straight up dad comfort at all times. Some sort of sweats or joggers.
Maybe Bennett will rock jeans on the flight over. See
Maybe.
that. There should be a 24-hour Bennett camera.
Oh my
If
god.
if the aggregators had their way, there would be.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait to get up. Our next pod, we will be together in New York. We're going to be there all week. We're going to do live Wednesday show. Live. Look for it later afternoon, early evening time.
Hey, couple other things.
Yes.
Ryder Cup Hub on the website. thefriedegg.com.
Great hub.
Yeah, just go to the homepage. You'll find it there. It's in the carousel right on the homepage. We put a ton of work into this. It's going to be where everything lives. Ryder Cup. Other big thing, coffee table book. We're doing pre-orders, so we just listen. We're idiots. We're doing the pre-orders so we know how many books to buy. So if you're interested in this, if you want to buy it for somebody for a Christmas gift, do us a favor so we have a better chance of getting the right number of inventory.
Yeah.
Do us a favor, pre-order it. We're just trying to avoid, making a giant inventory mistake, which could go either way.
It's a nice physical piece of art in and of itself, whether it's just decorative, but inside there are amazing photos, great writing. If you're a golf club, you're some sort of fancy ballroom, you got proofs you're going through.
I've been
you're
just
showing
going
floppy
through these.
Piece of paper.
Been sweating over this. Sweating over these proofs.
The book is going well. Book sales are going well. But we also have this bundle option where if you're not yet a Fried Egg Golf Club member, you can become a Fried Egg Golf Club. And that's a year-long membership, plus also buy the book together. A little discount on the membership, I believe.
Do you know what this golf course is?
Can't see through. Looks like, is that like Scotland? I can't see. I'm looking through the screen. What is it?
This is the round you passed on playing.
What is it?
Ely.
I wouldn't say I passed of my own volition. I was down out with the stomach bug or whatever. Yeah, I would have loved to been.
Lots of people have heard of this place.
Royal County Down.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good guess. Saying it looks like Scotland, looking through the computer screen.
There's an ocean and brown turf.
There's ocean and brown turf in many places. So.
Where in America?
Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach.
Just
brown turf.
Just thinking about trying to come up with something quickly. Shinnecock, not close to the ocean, or close enough. All right. I think that does it for this Monday episode. We will talk to you at the latest Wednesday afternoon, evening for a live preview show, maybe a little mailbag in between now and then. Thanks for your continued support. Looking forward to an awesome week at the Ryder Cup.